everyone. I'm always lost at this moment. Uh, we have a special dev stream today, as today with me, my favorite co-host Julie,
Hi.
Owlcat Games game designer, and also Vadim, also
Hello,
a game designer. So, what are we talking about? What are we going to talk about today? Guess it. Just guess it. Don't read under the screen.
Quests.
Will be-
Definitely quests.
Definitely.
Quests.
Yes.
So,
How are you guys?
story.
Well,
obviously.
unfortunately, looks like YouTube feels bad today, so looks like we won't be able to go to live on YouTube today. So sorry, guys who wanted to see it there. You will all see it. Well,
Well, the recording at least.
the recording. Yeah.
One day. Yes, let's talk about Blueberry Head Lizard.
The story is simple. Ethereal, our favorite, one of our favorite admins, wanted to play a little bit with color lightning control, and that's what happened. Do you remember the lamp from the previous stream? So yeah.
Why are you showing me? It's like it's sitting there. It's not me. It's just like
It's there,
that way.
yeah.
That way, guys.
So, do you know what it means? It means that the next time you will be with the blue hair as well. And, well,
Well, it's
I
not a
guess
virus,
ye-
I hope. How are you guys? What was your week?
Yeah. How was
was
it? What did you do? What are your plans for the weekend? And yes, and that's basically it, guys. Thank you very much. It was nice asking you questions. Bye.
Okay, basically we're talking about game design today of Wrath of the Righteous. Well, what? And mainly, as far as I know, the Crusade part.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
And here is the best man to tell us everyone about the Crusade. By the way, excuse me, we were gathering your questions before the stream, and we're going to answer some of them. But of course, if you have some other questions, feel free to write them in the chat.
Yep.
Especially if you need to clarify something as we tell you more things about Crusade and other stuff.
So Crusade Management, huge one of interesting big mechanics in our new game.
Yeah,
What
it's
will it
pretty,
be
pretty
like?
exciting. It's not easy to like conquer the world and change everything with just a simple party of like 6 or 8 or even 10 people. You need a huge army to stand against the demon armies, no matter what is your goal. Maybe you want to destroy them and like put them back into the abyss where they came from, or maybe you want to do something else with them. Either way, you need a huge army, and with this we wanted to introduce this new feature in the new game. So the main thing is that you will be able to assemble an army and use it in the tactical combats. We actually have one screenshot in order to
Do you
show
want
you.
me to already show it?
Yeah, well, why
Yeah.
not?
Let's
It
not
would
keep
be,
secret.
Yeah, it would be easier
Just
to
drop all
explain.
the cards we have on the table right away. Okay. Okay, that's the only screen we have for today, right?
Yes,
So
it is.
take everything from it.
Try to guess.
Yeah, so as you can see here, we have 2 armies that are like doing some kind of battle. Of course, it's all work in progress, so all the things that you see here will most likely change. And yeah, well, the big thing is that here you have, I believe there were something around 25 or 27 archers, 25 paladins, and a little bit more than hundreds of infantry who is fighting cultists, like the main villains of the game. So, well, I guess we can start explaining all the things that we see here. First of all the tactical battles will be on the battle grid. As you can see, it's a battlefield like 7x9, and there would be some obstacles which you can use as your tactical advantage, create some choke points, and I see some comments about Heroes of Might and Magic.
Yeah, we need to remind that.
Yeah.
During the Kickstarter campaign, we actually had this one of the stretch goals and promised everybody to make Crusade battles, army battles, inspired by our favorite game from our childhood, Heroes of Might and Magic. And actually, that's what you see.
Yeah, so you will, just like in those games, take turns in order to destroy enemy armies, and yada yada, you all know what's going on there. So, what's the big deal? First of all, you have like this huge person outside of the battlefield. That is the army leader, and the army leader can gain experience with battles and while doing battles, and you can level them up. So we try to have the same the same experience as in the Pathfinder system. So the leveling will be pretty much the same, where you can change some of the choose the class that you will level up. So some army leaders will use more magic rituals, some leaders will focus more on buffing up your army units, and some of them would use more abilities in order to let's say send some curses at your opponents. And with all that, what I wanted to say here?
Something interesting, probably.
Regarding evil plans.
Yeah.
That's it. To think of something interesting but not telling it.
Yes.
So
by the way, I like the comment. It's not empty. It's under the effect of invisibility spell.
Exactly.
oh.
It's just an invisibility spell, guys, because we want to keep them secret from you.
There is a question. So, is the Crusade Management a sort of big picture version of regular combat?
Yeah. It's you can say it like that because, well, you need to have more people attending combat than just your party of 6 people in order to save the world or destroy it, or whatever you want to do.
But there are obviously some different mechanics, right?
Yes, of course.
But similar to some degree, yep, as well. We do want to talk about it
well,
later, about units.
If you think about it, it would be strange if it would differ
too much.
Right?
Yeah, but
game.
Well, I guess
suddenly
we can
all the armies fly to space and so
and start negotiating or dancing with each other.
It
It's
starts
a dance battle,
dancing,
just like,
right.
hey guys.
Yeah, well, we can have an example of if you have an army and an army unit that's let's say, for example, archers that's going to attack enemy archers, you will still roll for attack just like in Pathfinder, but here you will not be able to miss completely because you have a huge amount of archers. Some of them will probably hit the targets.
So all the people who were annoyed by dice throwing mechanics who were missing constantly will be glad.
Yeah, they will.
Finally, at least someone did it, guys.
But you will still
Great
deal
news.
no damage if your weapon is too weak in comparison to
So you
enemy's
just like
armor.
hit, but then you dealt no damage, and it's just like
Yeah, so
my life
congratulations,
yes.
you dealt 1 damage. Yay.
0, just like nothing. Oh my gosh.
Could we be distracted a bit with some
Yeah,
other
probably.
questions and then after that return
Continue
to
with-
the story? There is a question about Lich. Can you, someone of you talk about it?
Let me try it. So basically, the question is: when a character converts to a Lich undead, do they lose their constitution, start in favor of charisma? Does their constitution convert to charisma? I think yes. I might be mistaken, but I believe like Lich, especially when Lich fully becomes like a proper Lich, it just like grows in power. He will get undead traits that should include also constitution. Instead of constitution, using charisma for the other calculations. However, I'm not sure whether the constitution at the moment converts to the charisma. So basically, yes. So undeads usually use the charisma stat because constitution they don't use it. They're just basically undead. They're dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, it should be something similar. At least should be there. Not sure that immediately.
And answering some other
Mhm.
comments in the chat. No, not our studio made Heroes of Might and Magic 5, obviously, but yes, there are some people in the team who worked on Heroes of Might and Magic some time ago. Well,
Yeah.
long time ago.
Oh my gosh,
Okay.
it is 2020. So yeah.
What?
What?
2020 is about to end.
But
Wow,
it is
can
still
you
just,
imagine?
just 2 months.
Can you imagine that? What a weird year it was.
Yeah, I heard that there were some kind of petition in UK that they didn't want to move the clock 1 hour in order to spend less time in 2020.
No, so no spring,
S-
no
s-
summertime.
Yeah,
Summer.
I don't
When the living
think that
season.
they like do something with that petition, but
There is a question about the Crusade.
Yeah.
So there will be hundreds of soldiers to
to
control.
control. Yes, well, not from the start, but as you progress, yeah, there will be
Even more.
like massive
Well,
battles.
unless they don't die, then it will be always less than 100.
Well,
if they die-
not for the enemies at least.
Well, true.
Well, there are
what can you tell us about resource management of the Crusades?
Yeah.
Will we come across things
maybe
like
you come
lumber
across
mills?
this later.
Well, we can address this now. So there will be some resources. Yeah, you will have some things like that you need to build in order to hire your units, and depending on the
Likewise, Kingmaker.
yeah, in some way, but it will. Well, for example, the infantry unit that is like the most basic unit of them all will just cost you some resources. And if you want to hire something more like powerful, for example, a paladin, you will need some resources as well as like magic resource in order to have them. So yeah, there will be some resource management, but it will be like a bit less than in the Kingmaker. So will we come across things like lumber mills, meadows? Well, some of those things will be in the Crusade as well, but like not that many. Let's put it that way. I see the question, is it more like Heroes of Might and Magic 5 kind of combat, or is it Heroes of Might and Magic 3? I think it's more like a Pathfinder.
Yes,
actually.
this one's version.
Well, maybe we will continue with your plan?
Yeah, sure. Or is there any more questions regarding?
There is a question about Mount Combat.
We will talk about it later because we have a question about it.
Okay.
So class. Okay,
About assassins.
that's a good question. Hopefully we will get a chance to address it.
The latest update.
Because
Okay.
I'm not sure whether we should
Hmm?
distract too much to some other themes.
Yeah,
Maybe
let's
we
talk about
better
Crusade for
proceed
now.
with Crusade, and
Okay, sure.
And
after that,
We will answer
be
other
talking about
questions.
other themes. Right.
Okay, sure. So, where did we stop? We
Leaders?
talked about leaders a little bit.
Well, there is a question about
Okay.
Crusade. Will we have any kind of unique decrease or upgrade similar to the province?
Province
Up-
upgrades, we
upgrades,
had in King.
yeah.
Oh, that's actually a good question. There will be advisors just like in the Kingmaker, but they will lean more towards helping you build a better army. So, for example, if you will upgrade your military rank, you will talk with your advisors and you will choose what kind of unit you want to hire. So, for example, you will be able to choose between, let's say, heavy infantry, which is just just a better version of infantry, or you wanna hire somebody completely different, like for example, which unit do we have there? Mhm. Well, for example, someone with a pike who can be very useful against giant enemies and enemies with horses and something like that. So you will choose between them, and depending on what you choose, you will be able to create some buildings in your crusade and then hire those units. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the flow of the battle. At the beginning of the combat, just like in the Pathfinder, everybody should roll for initiative in order to determine who will act first. Here, things will be a little bit different. We will still determine, based on the initiative, who will act first, but we will not roll anything. So, if, for example, you have a unit with improved initiative, then they will act earlier than someone without this feat. We did this in order to, make more sense to get those feats. So you will always know that, for example, your riders who are riding on fast mounts will act earlier than, for example, archers. Okay, so after we decided the turns in which everybody will act, you will be able to move with your unit and attack. And of course, just like in Heroes of Might and Magic, if you have an army leader, they will be able to do some magic, or not magic, something. For example, in this screenshot, you see at the left there is an ability that you can use, this ability is straightforward: deal some fire damage to enemy units. I'm not sure which one is this. I see a small icon, so I'm not sure.
Okay,
I believe it's
open for you.
Hello, Arcane Agent. Nice to see
Yeah,
you.
great to
Thank
have
you,
here.
thank you.
And I wanted to, we distracted a bit. I wanted to answer to Monkey Slayer BG. Yes, unfortunately, we know stream isn't on YouTube today. There are some technical problems. We just couldn't fix it. So, but as always, there will be a record later. So
Oh yeah.
hope all the guys from YouTube will eventually see it.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, it looks like it's a ray, a scorching ray. So it's a straightforward ability, just like in the Pathfinder. It's deal fire damage to the enemy unit, and yeah, you can use one of the leader's abilities each round. So,
Mm-hmm.
for example, you can use a ritual or you can use a special ability, etc. It depends on what you want to do.
So on the left side we have leaders, at the moment at least, leaders ability, and on the downside it's unit, like the
Yeah,
bottom,
unit's
sorry.
ability, yeah,
Okay.
if they have any. So here, for example, Paladins is about to act, so you have some of Paladin's ability like Lay on Hands, which you can use in combat instead of attacking. Okay, so as I already said, when you attack enemy unit, you still roll for attack, but
Mhm.
the damage that you will deal will be determined on the number that you roll minus. I'm sorry. No, the attack rate of the attacking unit minus armor of the defending unit. So yeah,
Okay.
it's like a little bit
Simplified.
mathematics. Yeah, and yeah, but when you will play, you will see all those numbers, so you will know what affects what easily. And then you basically roll for damage, and it is straightforward. Like two infantries will deal twice as much damage as one, etc. So
Mhm.
they each roll like all together, and the number of dice is determined on the number of units. Mhm.
So basically, we use a lot of the same characteristics as a main game for they are kind of transferred to the Crusade system. They used in a different way a bit
Mhm.
because we have more units, but it's mostly the
Mhm.
idea is behind the units and monsters is more or less the same. Okay.
Yeah, that's true. And if you happen to see some enemy unit that you can encounter in a regular game, chances that their ability is pretty much like samey to what you can see in the regular game are very high. So you will know that the zombie will most likely inflict some kind of
Wolves will
rotten
inflict
bites,
will fever.
and
this.
yeah,
So there's a good question.
all the good stuff.
How is Crusade Army Initiative determined? So you've told that we don't roll d20.
Yeah, we don't roll for initiative, but still, each unit will have their like base initiative. So, for example, cavalry units will have a little higher initiative, and archers will have a little lower initiative. And so, for example, if there is some unit that used improved initiative feat, they will have a little bit higher, and they will act earlier. Okay, so and other than moving, attacking, and rolling for attack and using rituals, what else can you do? There is like two small buttons that you probably don't see well. It's hold and defend. So the hold works like that. You know that your unit may do something more useful near the end of the round, and you want to postpone their action to a later time. So you can press hold, and with that they will act a little bit later down the line after every unit already acted or decided to hold. So yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as in the strategic games like Heroes of Might and Magic, just like we said already. Yeah, and for defense, if for some reason you don't want to attack or do something else, or you want to hold your ground, you can use it, and it works like a total defense, so it will increase the unit's armor class, and it will be this bonus will it will last until the unit's next turn. Okay, so I believe basically that's all about the combat.
So,
Отвечая Дмитрию Нецеву, я не была похожа на Джейтал никогда, так что нет.
there is
Мы не будем это переводить
Yeah.
на английский.
so there is I see a lot of comments again, but this time about kinetic whip. Sorry guys, even though we would really like to have whips in game, we're not going to have any whips in game, whether it's kinetic or usual whips. Kineticist, sorry, I'm just here to call it kinetic as in I think as in Russian it's kinetic. So
Yeah.
is the battle system optional like Kingdom Management was in Kingmaker?
Yeah, if you want to just stay with core mechanics of the Pathfinder, you can do it just the same way. I see the question from Dmitry about the hold button. Yeah, right now, if you played an alpha, all the units will just skip their turn, but the hold button will allow them to act after everyone already made a move.
Повторишь на русском тоже, раз вопрос был
Да.
на русском.
Собственно, кнопка Hold позволяет подождать до того, как все подействуют, и юнит не будет пропускать ход. Соответственно, в альфе сейчас работает не так, но мы это поменяем.
Yes. So maybe the question from Ethereal on the Crusade. I know this is still up in the air, but how are unit stats such as health determined? Do they feature general constitution stat or then roll a health die based on their class?
Well, I believe it pretty much the same.
I think yes.
Yeah. So when you have like a big, I'd say, pile of units together,
Their health grows.
Yeah, their health grow, and
But then at the same time, a single unit will have more or less the same, as far as I know, health as in game.
in the
In,
base game.
in
Yeah,
base
yeah,
game,
yeah,
yes.
sure. And of course, all the abilities that decrease your constitution will be a little bit OP, so you will most likely see them only like down the line later in the game, because if you change base health from 10 to, let's say, 5, it's like a little bit much.
There is a quick question on general, like with the overall game use first or second edition rule set, we're using first edition rule set. Will there be orc armies and goblin warg riders?
Sorry, will there be orc armies?
Like the
goblin warg riders?
Yes.
I
I think no. I think
I'm
we don't
not
have any
sure.
goblins
Yeah,
in
are there
Rust.
even
No.
any orcs
We don't have works
except
at first.
player character?
No, I think
no.
we don't
Half
have
orcs.
goblins.
But
we
we
don't
have minotaurs.
And
monitors. Yes, believe me, you will.
well,
you have
are
much
there
more than
any
that.
half orcs among enemies?
Half
Because there are
orcs.
some among
You might.
the characters, well, on your side.
You
You can
I
play
see.
a half orc, and there
You will see
is
some half orcs, but not many.
what's
Yes,
her
Stratagemy.
How's
Yes.
her name?
There is a. That's,
Rabat?
yes, look at that. Stratagemy
Rabat.
already helps
Right.
us. He's just like, I'm here to
yeah,
help you.
Yeah.
Yes, Irabas, obviously,
But are
still,
there
there are
any
no
cultists?
goblins.
Half
Might be
orcs?
some cultists. or
Cultist
half-orcs.
goblins?
No, we
Well-
don't
Well,
have
I
cultist
definitely
goblins.
know there are cultist centipedes. Well, maybe not cultist, but There are
sounds like
centipedes.
pretty horrifying. The centipede
Yes,
is a horrifying
sentient.
and
Centipede.
It
That
sh-
is cultist
It
as well.
shouldn't be
Just like,
sentient.
shh. And then it can't be cultist.
Well, you can just give her a nice coat with a.
but who do
Who?
they worship?
That's a good question. That's a good.
Macho чудовищ.
Oh, that's a good question from Ethereal on the Crusade.
Ламашту.
Lamashtu, yes. But
I
centipedes, I think centipedes are definitely not monsters, magical beasts or something. They're just like centipedes. They're insects, probably animals.
Yeah, they
You
are.
might help us.
They are insects. Yeah.
So there are two questions.
But there will be many tieflings.
Tieflings.
Yes. Will an evil crusade be able to enslave some enemies so they come across, such as minotaurs you mentioned?
Enslave? Well, not quite.
Arundel.
I
Yeah.
think that if you want to be evil, you are not in one team with other evil beings. So you probably will be on your own, and there will be like evil versus evil combat.
Another question, but in Russian from Dmitry. Так, а где порядок хода? So basically, where is the initiative?
On the screenshot.
Yeah, well, there is none on the screenshot, but
Initiative.
it's
Tracker.
Yeah.
Let's say tracker.
like the turnover. Yeah,
Yes.
there is none, but there will be because it's still work in progress.
It's still yes, everything is working.
But
Everything
it will
is,
be like at the top.
Of the screen,
Yeah.
probably where in turn-based mode as well.
Um,
Горис.
Немножко длиной пару метров.
Обычно знакомы, каждый день встречаю в душе.
perfectly normal.
Yes.
Ну, где-то тут должны начаться шутки про Австралию.
Да, so there is a question not regarding Crusades, so I take there is still no information on modding then. Yes, there is still no information, but I think we started working on that as far as I know. Just like there's some discussions, thoughts on how to implement it. Hopefully in some near future, someday, one day. But don't worry, we didn't forget about it, and there's definitely going to be something. Yeah.
Димон Софт хочу. Ребята, когда же эти информацию по новой части? Так она сейчас! Вот мы сейчас рассказываем новую информацию по новой части. Ты где был?
Нет, ну это
Димон!
интересно, нужна еще более новая.
Еще более новое. Давайте заглянем в
Basically,
будущее.
that was a question about new information about the new game, and that's what we're doing today here. Welcome.
Agitated Lisa scares me. You're scary girl. Oh my god, stop it. Guys, what did you do? What did you do? Oh my god. Ethereal, what have you done? So there is another question regarding the Crusaders. Follow-up question to evil Crusaders. Can they eat the enemies they enslave?
Eat? What?
Okay. It's just
eat enemies.
eat, just like
I don't know, maybe.
I don't know. We will see, guys. It's still work in progress. So, will each character be able to boost his armor with fallen enemy? And there was another question I remember regarding ghosts, because whether the something like okay, I will find it. You can answer that. There was a
What?
question with ghosts, and I think it was inspired by the Heroes of Might and Magic. But I lost it.
You mean the ones that are growing, which are growing after they defeating enemies?
Yes.
Oof. Well, you do know that it was a little bit OP, so I guess not in the same way.
Yeah, because still we base our main mechanic on the Pathfinder. It would be really funny if the ghost kills you. There is even more ghosts, just like standing there, just like guys, let's talk. Like, okay, sorry.
So fun to die, right?
Yes,
It's what our players love to do.
yes.
Sadistic game design.
I really want to play
we
Lich.
don't do that.
Okay,
It's-
he doesn't do it.
it's-
He doesn't.
it's
Guys,
just-
I do it. Believe
it's
me.
just because you're new to studio, you'll get used to it.
Believe me, I'm doing this sadistic game design just like I want to
Like
see people
professional.
suffer. Just like I need pain. Ouch. Sorry.
We may answer some of the questions we gathered before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
sure.
do it.
Sure.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's
Was
do it.
there something interesting in particular?
Maybe something regarding the Crusade again?
Yeah, sure. So can a character directly help in the Crusade management in some fights, or
Go with that.
due to great Crusade management, can I make more story fights easier? So if you happen to progress in the Crusade, so defeat some enemy armies and conquer some stuff, you will be able to find some things that will help your main party. You will be able to get some cool things that you won't be able to get anywhere else. As for if a character can help the Crusade, yes. For example, depending on the mythic path that you choose, you will be able to do some rituals on the global map. So this way you will have some influence on the tactical combat as well. So like some curses or other nasty stuff.
Okay, there's a question, well, more like comment from Kinsuka. I honestly think the Crusade mechanic will best with the first iteration. I hate how punishing and slow that section is. So probably you can comment on it, because I think there are some changes that were implemented after the update in Alpha 2.
Yeah, there were some changes, and well, I can say that right now it's a little bit different than what you've seen, and well, just stay tuned for the next update. Yeah, because there are a lot of stuff that's changing right now.
I think it will be, it should feel less punishing and slow in the future iteration, more
Yes,
natural.
yes.
So
Yeah, for
hopefully
sure.
it will fix what you didn't like in the Crusade mechanism. From Ethereal, if you're Lich, will you be able to raise slain enemies, your own allies as extra cannon fodder in the form of skeletons, zombies, and likes?
Well, you for sure will be able to use some skeletons in your army, but I don't think that other people will like fighting together with skeletons on their side, so most
You
likely...
will need to make them zombies.
Yeah.
Kill everything, and then you talk about sadistic game design. We just have sadistic laser, just like kill everything.
I'm sadistic community manager.
Oh, she
That's
is.
a whole different thing.
Yeah, by the way,
I'm announcing announcements, and that's the most evil thing I do. And don't answering questions.
And she's making
And-
stupid photos as well.
Banning people.
So sadistic answering. How
Yes.
does it work?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah, by the way, I remembered that I didn't say anything about moral system, and it's pretty important. Why didn't you remind me about
Which
it?
one?
That's-
I'm just like reading about some other stuff. I'm just like, sorry guys, did you think that I was reading your questions? No, I'm just trying to be a social person. I'm sorry.
Look at how many likes I've got.
Yes, it's just like my my new Instagram photo. Sorry, I'm really sorry. I was just reading about the Oculus. I saw the question. What did you ask me? Why didn't I remind you about what?
About moral system.
Moral system.
Yeah, because there
'Cause I
will
thought
be
we
one.
just
There's
decided-
no moral.
Oh,
in
there will
here.
be a moral system. I
Yeah.
thought, okay, so guys, there's something new for me. I thought that we've changed something with moral system as much as I forgot about it. So, okay, let's listen.
Yeah, well, if your units are like happy by your Crusade management, or maybe you have a very inspiring leader, they will have a higher moral and like you guessed it, they will be able to act an additional time during the round.
Okay.
And if they are not very happy, well, they probably won't be very useful in combats. But
As any person with low morale, would just like
Maybe even stuck you at
Like-
back.
basically me on Friday. I'm just like with low morale, just like I'm not useful at all.
I
In
thought
battle.
you were glad to help me with streams.
Sorry.
So yep, that's the moral.
So basically, what I was looking at in my phone when I totally skipped the question from Vadim is there was a question. Will there be items like Oculus similar to Mordecai Tomb? And I had to check what the Oculus Tomb and Mordecai Tomb did. I googled it. I can't remember. There's too much stuff for me to remember. Probably yes, to some degree they will be similar items, but they will be different in terms of the effects, obviously. And if you're asking the story-wise, there'll also be a lot of items that are very important for the story, but obviously they will be put put into the story in a different manner. So yes, I do really hope that actually our item system will heavily improve compared with the Pathfinder Kingmaker. Question on Crusades.
Will you get to single-handedly charge an enemy army by yourself, shouting "Leroy Jenkins"? If you're a mythic, I think.
Probably
well,
someone will copyright us for that.
you think?
I don't know. Can you copyright for memes?
I actually don't think so.
Just-
Unfortunately, you won't be able to go and kill everyone all by yourself. You need an army to do that, and basically your hero have more important things to do than
yeah.
try to die in combat.
He has a story to fulfill, let's say. Companions to read, romance to build. I don't know.
War room.
I just
Even war room.
Arcane Agent, that's definitely a challenge. Is it
What?
accepted?
I'm absolutely sure that our players will be able to build something like that, because it's just you cannot imagine what they sometimes
Oh
do.
yes, I can. Sometimes I can see, just like, oh my god.
They come to the point where they start telling people that the unfair mode is like nothing.
It's just like, who cares?
Would be able to use companions for army generals. No, but you will be able to hire army generals, and they are a little bit different things. So they use their own experience and they have their own levels. So no, but you will be able to use your companions as your advisors. Well, at least some of them in the Crusade.
Hello, Scanix, nice to see you here.
Russian Space Dog. Я думаю, возможно, если еще не кончится
Вопрос, как
карантин,
играть, на самом
можно
деле.
будет играть спокойно, сидеть дома и играть следующий год.
Ну да, зависит. Мне кажется, на ТБМ это будет прям нормально так длиннее.
На самом деле мы стараемся, зная, что предыдущая игра получилась длиннее, чем рассчитывали, и насколько я знаю, сейчас предпринимаются шаги, чтобы уложиться лучше в тайминг.
Чтобы быть больше по сути, как говорится.
Но действительно, ТБМ еще растянет время, потом мы знаем, что люди любят переигрывать какие-то вещи по многу, поэтому тоже получается часто много сотен часов. Поэтому мы не знаем. Может быть, прямо так же получится.
А еще можно будет брать другие мифики и проходить по новой.
Да.
Ну, реиграбельность.
So yeah, let's translate it, because otherwise it's unfair. weird anime. There is
Russian-
no titles. That's good.
Russian
That is good.
Space Dog asked whether he or she should take some days off
to play the
to play
Pathfinder
the
Wrath
future
of the
game.
Righteous.
And we actually the story was like Kingmaker turned out to be longer than it was intended, with more text that we wanted to insert there. So I know that we are trying now to make Wrath of the Righteous a bit more compact in terms of
Precise. Let's call it precise.
but well, in some general understanding of number of hours you need to complete the game, but turn-based mode should make it longer, and we know that it should be replayable. You definitely would
So
like
many
to
mythic
try
paths.
different mythic paths, and different classes and so on, and we don't know actually. We'll see. We'll see. I think it will be really long too, and you'll have some very nice hours or even hundreds of hours in it. We hope so.
I just came up with a question, but I think we won't be able to answer it. How many hours do we need in order to like speed run the game?
For the Pathfinder
I
Kingmaker, I
forgot.
know that we have a person who is doing the speed run of Pathfinder Kingmaker, and well,
Ivan actually came to our stream.
yeah.
Who
So
was it? Should
I
we
don't
summon
remember.
him?
Let's summon without remembering the name. I'm very sorry if you're watching this today or maybe in the recording. I'm very sorry. I don't
But
remember your
maybe
name if I can see.
You
it.
can remind us in the comment how many hours do you need in a speed run?
So there is a question: will Winter Witch be in the beta? I think it was in the Alpha 2, but if it is not in the Alpha 2, probably it will be in the beta. Yes. I was just like, I was sure it was in Alpha 2.
Which
Will
the
be the
Winter Witch be
though? Ethereal is just like playing with us.
Answer some normal questions.
Hi. Yes. Hi. Do you know if time stop or wish spells will be implemented this time? No. Sorry, because they are quite. They cannot be put into the computer game rules. They're too vague, or they open too much possibilities, or they're too game breaking. So yep.
Maybe some other questions from our list.
Yeah, that's good.
Hmm?
Okay,
Was
okay,
there
Vadim,
something
you're going to.
you want to address?
Is there any plans to make tutorials for new players about the Pathfinder system?
I can
Yes.
tell something about it. There are two directions of that. First of all, we know, of course, that Kingmaker could be challenging for some new players not familiar with Pathfinder system and maybe with such a genre. So for Wrath of the Righteous, we have a special person who is making the tutorial much bigger, better, and more interesting.
Well, he
and-
basically kind of makes it because we have very simple, almost non-existent in Pathfinder Kingmaker in comparison
Yeah.
with what you have to know to play the game.
He builds the whole system, and it will be useful not only for the newbies but also for more experienced players also, because it will, as far as I know, somehow change feeling your game style or something like that. Yeah, and the second part is we are thinking and planning, and this is what about our evil plans. It is
Invisibility,
a bit-
anti-invisibility
it is
spell.
a bit distant, but we hope we will film some YouTube videos for players, helping to learn the system and so on.
Okay. On any other additions to the tutorial system? from your side? They're going to be tutorial for the Crusade.
Yeah, for sure, and I do believe that there will be like a question book that you can address if you are not sure what some kind of like words mean in the Pathfinder system. So yeah.
There's a question, огнестрел будет или по канону нельзя? По канону можно, но, к сожалению, мы не завезли огнестрел. And in English...
Он же по канону даже... Или это вырезали потом? Он участвовал в Кингмейкере даже по канону. В какой-то момент королевство к тебе... Я, правда, не уверена. Вырезали это или это было? Приходил к тебе... Там же в королевстве как? Тебе... Иногда на выбор два каких-то пути предлагались. К тебе в тронный зал приходил кто-то и что-то предлагал для развития этого королевства. Ты мог разные диалоги с ними строить. И в один момент там приходил, я не помню, как они называются, из какого они места на Галарионе.
Ну, вопрос скорее про класс, это имелось в виду.
Да, но оно присутствовало как бы и по лору. Определенное там какое-то сообщество, которое производит пушки,
это оно
и они предлагали тебе в Кингмейкере.
И классов у нас, соответственно, таких не будет, к сожалению, хотя очень много.
Но это именно в механике королевства.
Вот, поэтому нет, пираты будут, но без огнестрела. So there was a question whether there will be guns in the game. Firearms. Sadly no. It's like whips. No whips, no guns. They're not related, but they are related. Sorry guys, we really would like to have them though. Any
question regarding Crusades? Will you be able to sell financials or materials for gold? Well, not directly, but you will be able to get some gold from the Crusade in order to use in your party.
So basically,
yeah, no, but
you can't. Will not be sell, but you will be able to get something in terms of. Really?
What?
No. Oh yes, maybe. Huh. Sorry.
Sticks and stones might break my bones, but whips and guns. Okay.
Basically, yes, that's me. They do excite me. I'm with you on this side.
I've got an easy question. Will there be any way to influence our new save with our Kingmaker save?
Basically, no. Well, I think we will not have.
We don't know.
Yeah, at the moment, I think it's not.
There is a small chance that it could be, and it could influence some with the stretch goal about the cameo, but I don't know if it will be made this way. Probably not.
But you won't be able to use anything from like the Kingmaker in the Wrath of the Righteous because it's like not well, it's a secret story. Yeah.
Yes.
And they even are they happen in different times. But there will be some remindings about some interesting kingdom in River Kingdoms. So there will be remindings that will be like cameos for you or like Eastern eggs for you.
Yep.
Really small, but there are some.
Whips for deep dark fantasy. Okay.
Okay, yes, exactly. There's a question. What do you think about sneak attack mechanics in Pathfinder Kingmaker? Are you planning on keeping it as it is, or are you going to implement a proper flanking system for the new game? There are high chances that we're going to keep it as it is.
By the way, I can say that there will be some flanking in tactical combat as well.
Oh,
so
wow, nice.
You can use it as a like strategic thing in order to plan your move. So you can use some weaker unit in order to come near the enemy in order to start flanking them and then attack, and so there will be some flanking there.
What's an S&M romance option? Is it Sailor Moon or something?
Oh. Oh my gosh, you're joking, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. I'm just like, maybe one of different, like, play planets.
Well, actually, what is S&M?
Okay, so you
no
don't-
whips.
No whip, sorry. No, just like, there might be something implicit, but if you want to go, you should play Kingmaker, and he's
There is
there.
another question about Crusade and items.
Will we be able to equip our units with new improved weapons, and will there be any uniquely named ones available for these units? You won't be able to equip your units in Crusade directly, but there will be some things that will improve your total equipment of your Crusade. So, for example, if you happen to find an event in which you can find some new better swords and all this stuff, then you will increase your damage output of your units this way. So directly you won't be able to change them, but there will be some upgrades for your units.
There is a question from Mankislayer BG. You already asked this, but maybe you missed it. Definitely missed it. Will there be different mounts, only horses? I would like to ride a lion. Basically, there will be different mounts. However, I think they will be also partially restricted by class. So let's say, I think
Corgis for halflings.
no.
No?
I wish, but just like, don't make me look like I'm this big bad boss. Just like, no, we're not going to make whips.
Well,
we're
Some-
not-
at
someone
least,
has
at
to
least,
do
someone
it.
has.
at least we've obviously.
But there will be dinosaurs.
Yeah, we've promised dinosaurs as mounts, and we promised mammoths as
Mammoths, yes.
as mounts, and well, I've heard that almost
Yeah, but I
every-
think there is some limitation by
Yeah.
class.
by
But
class,
other-
by race, maybe.
by race,
right?
because I think for mount has to be one size larger than you. So if you choose a small pet, you will not be able to mount it, because probably
If
it will
you're
be just
not
like.
small,
Are you
yourself.
joking? It's like imagining me trying to mount my pugs. Pugs will be probably look at me just like.
Well, but if you have a whole
Yeah, you need like a whole army of
Oh,
punks.
fuck.
yeah, you already have 2 of them, so if you
But does it count like
we'll
you
have like 10 or
mount them?
20 and you put a desk
Yeah.
on them
And then I'm just like.
and stand
I'm
on it
sliding,
and
yes.
make surfing,
Exactly.
puck surfing.
What if it comes to this
Please,
person?
someone make a fun art
Arcane-
of Julia
Arcane
riding
Edge,
pucks
that's
as a
seg-
surfing.
That's a good question. I don't know how it works right now, because actually that's in Anki's pod, so he's more proficient, but sadly he wasn't able to join us today. And what if you cast enlarge? Good questions, good questions. Can't answer that. So yes, let's.
Okay, will
Зебры,
your-
по-моему, не будет. А может и будет?
You know, I haven't heard of that.
I don't remember. Sorry. It's just like I need to open the whole project in front of me, just like scrolling and googling.
Will your crusade based on the mythic path you choose? For example, with the Lich path, you might get undead soldiers. That's actually a good question, because we have kind of the same one. Will you be able to hire powerful creatures for tactical combats like dragons and outsiders? So the thing is, your mythic will have some impact on your crusade. So in the Lich part, yes, for sure you will be able to create some undead soldiers, and as you progress in the game further, you will be able to hire and acquire like really, really cool stuff. Let's put it this way.
Well, I'm not promising Corgis actually, because I don't know for sure. I'm not a game designer. I'm not an artist, and I'm just a community manager. I don't know. There's an interesting questions about Не знаю, как будет колесница на английском.
Вот надо загуглить это же.
Но я так понимаю, у
Это
нас не
довольно-
планируется, да, таких
Колесниц.
впряганий.
Колесниц точно нет.
Да.
Это очень chariot. That's a shame.
I'm-
We tried to remember
Unfortunately,
chariots.
I think there will be no chariots. Army generals?
Will there be a mythic specific generals like some leech sorcerer with animated spell or so? Well, not in this way, but there will be some things in some mythics that will affect your generals as well.
And visually too?
Yeah, sure.
Great.
So questions about Crusades. Will non-magical classes like fighters and barbarians have any spell-like abilities to enhance units with such as Warcries or rallies? The thing is, we don't want to do too many active abilities for units because like active abilities is the thing that your army leader do most of the time. But there will be some things. So, for example, most of those abilities will be like a passive ones. For example, for a barbarian, you will receive a bonus if you are not moving for like a round. So if you attack and you didn't move, you will have more damage. So which like power stance.
Scroll?
Can a player reduce a
У
small
нас
size?
третий вопрос был
It's
уже,
about
да? Я
mounting.
просто решил
Yep.
поотмечать.
Is there
Был, да, этот?
I think no.
Which
Not
one?
really.
Which one was there? I just decided to mark them.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yes.
The fifth one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Let's talk about the third question because I think that's a good question and it's to
Can
you.
character
Oh.
directly help in the Crusade plan? Oh, we actually answered those questions.
Okay, so basically, we've answered that. Okay. Oh, so Ethereal clarified his question regarding barbarians. I think I was asking about army leaders that are non-magical class.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, sure. So, actually, all leaders.
Yeah.
I'll return soon too.
So we have this changing shift. It's basically like a night watch in the camp. You see, it works.
So yeah, for non-magical classes, every leader will have some rituals, but the classes that specializes on them will use them like all the time. But if you have like a non-magical class, let's say some kind of fighter, he will use abilities that affect your like army formation, for example. So you will be able to say that to make an order to for units to be in like a I don't know, defensive stance, for example, which will improve their defensive abilities but will decrease their attack. For example, he will use some kind of a war cry on enemies, but your units, even if you will have some kind of barbarian as an army unit, most likely won't have too many active abilities in order to not distract you from like the process of battle, the like battle flow. Because if we do too many active abilities, each battle will last a little bit too long for you to like to play many battles one after the other. So you will most likely get tired of them. But some active abilities will be there, and some of them I hope will be very cool.
Good and interesting. So there is another question, and I will answer it first in Russian, then in English. Кстати, а вы что-нибудь еще планируете? Ой, нет, не то. Ну ладно, на него тоже отвечу. Что планируете делать? Или PF пока ваш единственный проект? Конечно же, мы что-то еще планируем. Вот.
Но пока надо закончить этот.
Да, но как бы максимально фокусируемся на этом. Вот, что я хотела ответить. Будет ли возможность выбора типа оружия при создании одного из артефактов? И там было, соответственно, уточнение. Есть возможность выбора энчанта на определенный тип, но выбора именно типа оружия на данный момент нет, поэтому интересно. Ну, вообще, бывает, там либо дается возможность выбрать тип оружия, либо тип предмета, допустим, из одного артефакта делается, я сейчас точно не помню, но, допустим, там, я не знаю, кольцо, метамэджик род и какое-нибудь оружие. То есть бывает так, что типы не соответствуют друг другу, ну, то есть они различные. Но именно так, что была бы возможность выбрать совсем любой тип оружия при создании артефактов, нет, такого, к сожалению, не будет. And now in English, there was a question if we are going to add, if they're going to be an opportunity to change a weapon type for the artifacts. And to some degree, yes, because we've implemented in the Crusade project's ability to choose what kind of item you want to have, and for some artifacts there will be different types of weapons, but that doesn't mean that you will be able to choose any type of weapon. So there are some limitations. We try to improve on our artisan system in Pathfinder Kingmaker, but it's still a little bit stiff, let's say.
Will you be able to make melee-oriented leech? I believe you can, because the mythic you can use any mythic with any character class.
You can make an melee-oriented leech, but
but why?
no, but obviously some classes might have a little bit will be better suited. But let's say in the grand grand scheme of things, what is it? It will not. Like, it's more about role-playing. So mythic class, even though they enhance your mechanics, it's more about the feeling, the idea behind the mythic class, the role-playing behind mythic class. So you will be definitely able to make a melee-oriented leech. However, you will also have to think how you want to make it and what mythic abilities will be suitable for you. So it will be also, to some degree, not a challenge, but a creative opportunity for you to merge this.
Oh, so many questions.
Oh, there was a question regarding I can't remember, about the true ending, the canon. Oh yes, is there going to be a mention to Kingmaker? Does that mean there is a correct canon ending? No, that doesn't mean. There will be just cameos or some mentions, same characters from the Kingmaker, but it doesn't really. You will not be able to input the save, basically. So many questions.
I believe we need to scroll down and
let's go.
Go from there.
Oh, basically, Crusade question, good.
Will we be able to capture demons and force them to battle other demons in Crusade battles like Pokemon?
That's like, I choose you, Balor. Marilith, it's your time.
No, I'm afraid not. Yeah, because it's a different game, but still some mythics will get you an opportunity to be a little bit more evilly.
Yes, but now I think we have a new, in evil plans. So basically, we should have here a romance game or story game, and now it's just Pokemon Crusade. That's a good mobile Pokemon. You will have to go outside, collect all the demons, and then you will force them to fight each other. Good, I love it, guys.
Question about Crusades. Will we be able to trade our items that the leader gets for resources?
Are leaders getting items?
You mean the army leaders? Because army leaders won't get any items, they will level up and they will have some abilities that they can get through some events. but they won't get any
I
items
mean play character. So the leader. Okay.
to trade.
For resources, you can trade it for the gold, and then you can trade gold for resources. So yes,
Well, not directly, but
that you create.
yeah, but in some way.
Okay. So PC, you mean play character. They will not be BP. Either buy points, building points. I think from Pathfinder Kingmaker, you can directly convert gold into 3 type of resources. Is it, or how it's going to be?
No,
No?
you won't
Okay.
be able to do it right away, but there will be some projects that
Okay.
well, basically you will have to find someone to buy your stuff.
Okay. So it will. So, Ethereal, also, Nip, you talk about collecting demons outside, but the current situation does make it feel like world won't light.
Well,
that's
you
good.
can find some demons in your flat or house. Maybe.
Maybe, or maybe you can cheat your game and you just like, I think there was a cheating system. Kingmaker pretty much ended with character level 17. Will Russ get characters to level 20? We have a plan. Basically, it will depend on obviously, as you know, how you will share your experience with whether you're going to share experience with all team members or just with the party that you're traveling. But I think we plan to like our goal as designers for you to finish the game with level 19. I think so. Yeah, it might depend. But I think we have a higher level cap at which which is basically our baseline or threshold.
While I was away, I've came up with the most sadistic thing I am doing as a community manager.
Yes.
I'm doing streams and events for a community instead of making the game.
Is it sadistic though?
We're just
You
like,
should
oh,
have asked which game.
Oh yeah.
what are you talking about? I'm just like,
Because there is one of there is a type of comments we sometimes get. Why are you?
why you're not working on the
Why are
game,
making
guys?
pictures, posting things,
Yes.
making streams instead
Stop
of making
fucking
the
with
game.
us. Go.
Yeah.
Okay,
Crusade
So
questions.
yeah,
Yay.
I've been working on Kingmaker, but I'm not working on the next game.
Feel free to answer them.
So sadistic.
Will there be army leader abilities or spells that create or remove obstacles? Well, we want to do them. Let's say it that way.
No, that's cool. It's good. It's good because I don't know that
there's-
much about Crusade. That's
if
why we
there
have
is a
our
broken
genius
tree trunk
here.
between my spearments and will I be able to destroy? Well, we want to make abilities like that, and actually, I sure hope that there will be type of abilities that allow you to use your like tactical advantage on the field even more. With some kind of traps and like scary things that you can place like in front of enemy units.
Mm-hmm.
Will I be able to create grease surfaces or webs to immobilize enemy, or use a magic missile to make a tree fall down and block the path? Well, as for surfaces, yeah, you will. Well, I sure hope so, at least. And as for magic missiles, I believe it's like a little bit too far.
Yeah.
But it would be cool.
It would be cool, but let's see. From Strategy Germany, Crusade question is not really Crusader's question. It's more like, John, can you betray the forces of Galarian and conquer it for yourself with an army of evil? Let's say, stay tuned with us and play the final game, and you'll know the answer.
There will be better soon.
Yes.
Well, that sounds nice. Better.
Better, yes, it will be better soon. Okay, there is a question. You can answer that, and I will answer the question from the Arundel.
Which one?
Just like answer any question.
Okay. Answer any questions you like. Okay. Will there be generals from new classes like witches, shamans, hex casting witch generals with fortune? For now we stick with like more basic general classes, like some kind
Fighters,
of
archers,
fighter,
magicians?
archer, and mage or magician.
Wizard.
Will you?
Why we'll keep forgetting about him?
Летающие юниты будут в походах, и они будут пролетать через препятствия. So will there be flying units in turn-based mode? There will be, and they will be able to fly through the obstacles. There is an item question.
Okay, indeed. Sorry, I'm just like I was running. It's like I did a little bit of sport today. Will the intelligent item have a set item type, or will it change it to fit your character? We are planning to make the intelligent item to kind of shape-shift the item type, the weapon type. It will be... Yeah, we're going to do a little bit more freedom there. Just I keep forgetting stuff.
Will there be invasions where we'll have to defend our encampment against an enemy army, something that replicates the city fights? So if you clear some kind of location from the demon influence, most likely they won't be happy about it, and they will eventually try to take it back. But there won't be some kind of epic city assaults there.
Okay. Hello. I remember there was a question maybe an hour ago about Kitsune. Kitsune will be able to shapeshift obviously in two forms, like the fox form.
There is a popular question about that. Will there be 7 tails?
Honestly, next time let's do the art stream. I don't know. Actually, that's a good question. I don't have any idea, guys. Sorry.
If only our artists were so keen on taking part in streams as you guys are.
From Scanix, I would like to know if there will be a chance.
9 tails, right?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
To reforge a specific unique or magical weapon to another weapon type, like Great Axe or Great Sword. There is always, an issue to select weapon focus early, but the game tab is not in the game. No, at the moment we're not planning to add any reforging system in the game, sadly. However, we are really trying our best to cover all types of weapons to ensure that you can find a good weapon or any item, and we're listening to your alpha feedback, and we're planning to add even more.
So will you see enemy armies on the map like in Heroes of Might and Magic?
Oh,
If so,
that's a good question.
will they move? Most of the enemy armies won't move because they are too busy robbing the place. But some of the enemy armies will move, and they will move towards your territory, and you will see them on the map.
Wow, there's a nice suggestion from Strategy Mini community manager suggestion: fan art stream with Galgraphy rating fan art. Well, think about something like that.
It might be
Sounds
interesting. From Sad Panga, there's a question. It is not a Crusade question, but about a game in general. Will there be a city, village, location which doesn't belong to player character?
So you mean
Because I think in Pathfinder Kingmaker, for instance, there was you and there was a Pitax, and at some point it didn't definitely belong to you. So something like that. I think, is anything actually belongs to the player character in the I think it's more like to the Crusade.
I think it's
and managing of the cities.
Lots of spoilers.
Okay, that's a lot of spoilers. There's definitely stuff working on.
Spoiler alert!
So yes. Oh, well, that's a good question. Will they be a time sensitivity main quest in Wrath of the Righteous, or is it more chill? Your game.
Many things. Well, many people wonder. Well,
Yes.
so I mean,
I think we want to make you. Well, it's a crusade, so I think at the same time it will be more chill, but at the same time just the pressure of the situation, just like there is shit going on in the world. basically.
demons.
I thought that you will say like it's a crusade. It can like last for 100 years.
No, no, no,
It's
no.
already lasting. How many crusades there were?
This
Five?
is the fifth.
Five,
No,
yeah.
this is the fifth, I think.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
the one
yeah.
that we're doing.
How many years?
Like
has
how
it
long
taken?
golf lives and rules, just like. But no, I think at the same time it is more chill.
But you still need to feel something.
Yeah, but I do hope that you will feel this proper pressure, not like the game designers try to feel pressure, but your inner incentive to fix stiff stuff.
So some reality in this.
Yes.
Maybe we should like address some more questions from our
Oh yes,
backlog.
let's do it.
Is the game going to be as much of an epic battle of good versus evil as the original, or is there going to be a solid path for the neutral, or dare I say, evil characters to treat? Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Basically, guys, yes. Have you seen our evil lich fan art? I'm planning to play the lich once.
And there also will be devil. There will be
Who
demon.
cares? They're going to be lich, just like.
Yeah, who cares? There will
And
be
Kulich.
a trickster.
Okay, so we have
Trickster
another
is
team.
neutral.
Yes,
He is
but
chaotic.
Chaotic neutral.
yeah, but it's the best. Like,
Chaoticness isn't evil in itself.
y-
But you will be able to have some fun.
yeah, but who need like evil or like
Oh, if you
goods?
only have heard the soundtrack of Trickster, it's so nice, guys.
If you
It
only have
sounds
seen what
nice.
lich can do. There is a question about items. Will there be legendary items such as radiance? And if there is, will they have the option of upgradable? There will be some legendary items, and some of these items will be able to, well, they will get basically better enchantments with the game as the game progress.
Well, strategy, I obviously meant that each mythic path will have their own track, like theme. That doesn't mean that
Theme.
the whole soundtrack will change for each of the paths. No.
More questions about Crusades.
Yes.
Will classes with affinity for
Robin.
nature
Yes.
be able to add animals to their armies, such as wolves, bears, and other creatures that would help a druid or ranger out? Well, there won't be like a whole army leader class, but there will be units that will be able to summon companions in order to help you fight. So like
Mm-hmm.
just like you said, like a druid summoning wolves or bears.
Beers.
Beers.
Just like, guys, we need more beers inside this place. Wine's okay as well.
So is cider.
What I wanted to, there was a question. There was a question that I forgot. I forgot everything. Where am I, guys? Who are you? Можно ли будет заказывать предметы, скажем, за 10 тысяч золотых за плюс 2 молота из холодного металла? Настолько четко, ну, в общем, нет. Я но...
Ничего нельзя. Опять все запретили.
Ну, блин, кстати, я надеюсь, что у вас будет возможность купить такой предмет, если будет необходимо. А вообще мы стараемся сделать так, чтобы вы нашли классный предмет, независимо от того, в какой weapon focus у вас вкачано. So there was a question.
Представляете, какие были бы все-таки стримы на русском?
Now you need to repeat all that.
Yes. So there was a question. Could you order the item, let's say, for the 10,000 gold for +2 I don't know, hammer
Cold
from the
iron.
cold iron
Cold iron
hammer,
hammer.
and I said basically no.
That's
But
it.
hopefully you will be able to buy or find something even more interesting. DDKK cries in Elven Code Blades. Come on, guys! Come on, compared with Pathfinder Kingmaker, it's so much better right now. Oh, about the Crusades.
Ooh, ooh. Are you going to hire units like in Heroes of Might and Magic? How do you make your army larger? That's a good question. And there will be actually more than one way to get
What?
more
So
units. You
I'm sorry.
okay?
That's fine.
No, that's
Oh,
fine.
that's fine.
So you can hire units just like when you pay them, and you can train your units like inside your crusade. So, for example, if you build a special building, you can train your archers. But if you, let's say, connect with other, let's say, places, you will be able to hire people from there. Yep, that's basically it.
So, there is will animal companions have their portraits near the master portrait in the main UI right now? There are going to be some changes. I don't know what kind of.
We
I
just
thi-
had
we've
an
just discussed it.
argument,
Yes,
like,
this week we've
yesterday
discussed it. So there are going to be definitely some changes. We have to just to find the better way to address that, but it's definitely discussed and it's definitely going to be addressed in some way or another. Crusade question.
Will our army units be changed
Hashtag.
visually after upgrades? Well, actually, there won't be that many upgrades, but if for some reason your army will acquire a new weapon, well, you will see that they are no longer fighting with a like old rusted sword, and now they are using something a little bit better.
There's a question. I will answer two questions. Will there be artisans in the game like Pathfinder Kingmaker? There will be no artisans. However, we are adding another system of artifacts that you will have to be to find and basically mend into something. So it will be more or less like more flexible artisan system. Item question.
It's also for you.
Yes. Will you be able to equip normal items on animal companions, or will you need special animal armors and items?
That's a nice one.
You will most likely need some special animal items or armors, but some, I don't know, maybe some amulets and rings will be we will be able to equip on the animal companions.
Rings?
Why
Like,
not?
for
Wolves with
fingers
great
or
swords.
as,
Why not? Why cannot wolf have nice rings on it? Put a ring on me, just like.
Wolves with great swords.
Yes.
Wolf was like, oh, single ladies. Oh,
Yes, basically. And just like this dance from the hip, just hip dancing. So.
Question about Crusades. Yay! Will our unit recruitment choices reflect our camp structure as well? To expand on this, in Kingmaker, your alignment decided your capital visuals will hiring a lot of, say, wizards add stuff like alchemy tables to your camp, or hiring archers would add. That's actually a good question, and I don't think it really connects to the Crusades, so can you answer this?
Shit. Will you?
Because I'm not
Choose
sure.
the camp structure. Okay. The camp structure. If you're talking about rest and camp, probably not. In the Kingmaker, your alignment decided on your capital visuals. I think there will be some difference in capital visuals, most likely on the mythic pass, not on the alignment at the moment. Okay, we'll hiring a lot of, say, wizards and stuff like tables. What kind of camp are you talking? Because for me, camp is something like the rest system. However, it seems that you're asking like about will hiring a lot of wizards and stuff like alchemy. I'm not sure, Ethereal. Just like catnip right now, Ethereal, please. Yes, exactly, Ethereal. Just like, what the hell are you asking? So, could you expand on your question? I'm really not sure what are you talking about? War camp maybe? Oh, war camp. Oh. That's a good comment, Arundel. Now I think. I have no idea. I don't think.
I don't think that they are connected because the war camp is like more of the thing of your party. That's well, they
Something like capital.
yeah,
Right?
yeah. So it's not like connected directly to the Crusade. It's a little bit different thing.
From Man at Arm 3. How is riding animals going to work? Do you have a new action, or are you going to control them independently while mounted? I don't remember. I'm sorry. It's going to work basically if you are riding an animal, you merge into one super being where you control everything. But I always keep forgetting, and that's why we need an Anki. I always keep forgetting who do you hit first.
Blaming Anki.
Blame Anki. He's not here, so blame him.
Well, I like how our audience now marking nearly every question with a theme.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
So
that's
nice
good.
of you.
But somebody already cheating.
Yes,
Yeah, that's cheating.
So they're marking as a Crusade question while not asking.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
strategy, please stop it, or we'll be
No.
blaming
There's a question
you.
about Crusade because they
Really?
will be
Will-
usable in
will any
Crusade mode.
items-
No,
Hold on.
That's-
Will any
that-
items which may or may not allow you to summon dinosaurs?
I'm not know what you're implying, Strategy Gemini.
Uh,
I think items don't affect. Okay.
No, I think not.
Yeah, so it's two different modes.
Any items which may.
No dinosaurs for you.
That's a trick.
Okay, any chance to be high or get more vendors to war camp via quests or random encounters? No, but come on, guys. I do know, Skynex, I think you are in the alpha too. Isn't there like dozens of vendors? I'm just like, I think there's enough vendors.
They're
in
helping us with the questions, so
No,
other
but-
people would know.
No, any chance to hire? Definitely no chance to hire vendors. Yeah.
Woljif is a vendor.
Well, Woljif.
Starting with-
Okay, Woljif is a vendor, but in general, there will be no contracts regarding vendors. They're more like the story-based vendors. There will be also, I think, as in Pathfinder, you can make a random encounter vendor, but I think hopefully you will have lots of vendors and a lot of items in vendors as well. But we're not going to discuss the ratio of items in vendors and on areas. Not today, guys. Not today. Oh, sorry. Question about Crusades. Please.
More questions. Yeah. Will there be weather penalties or bonuses? Oof. That's a good question. Actually, it's something that we wanted to do, but I don't think that it will get into the at least base game. I'm not sure about like the expansions or something like that, but probably not in the base game, unfortunately.
Okay, so two questions regarding vendors, let's say.
Woljif.
Question about Woljif. Can we sell him loot in the field or only in the city? Only in the city
It
or...
would be pretty strange because you
You
have a
just like-
party and you like
Just
looted
like take
all
it,
the
please,
things.
guys.
Yeah. and
Please. No, I think we will be able to sell it only in the city or let's say in the city, depending on which stage of the game. And Arcane Scroll vendor, we're definitely working with Vadim on that. We are going to have a proper Arcane Scroll vendor. Don't worry, we do remember it. Oh, it is nice. Is that a Toronto mug that you're drinking from?
What?
Totoro. No, that's not a Totoro. That's basically a cat. Sorry. That's
A
just-
catnip.
Shit. Yeah, that's a cat name. Sorry.
question
I
about-
didn't
No,
think
I'm
it
sorry,
was
I'm sorry.
so-
Question
what?
about future streams.
Right,
Can we
what?
have more of this guy? He's adorable. You're just
Oh,
adorable.
thank
You
you.
were also called cute in the beginning of the stream, so yeah, just like
Oh,
feel
thank
this.
you.
I've never been called cute and adorable, just like ethereal.
But you already know that.
So it was a Crusade question. Why is Vadim so adorable?
Yes, basically.
That's nice.
Please stop that. They're actually real question about
Yes.
Crusades. So let's address let's address it. Is there going to be a fog of war kind of system? No, you will. Well, you will see all of the global map at the same time, because otherwise it would be pretty strange. Fog of War is more like a PvP mechanic than a single player game mechanic. So no. How meaningful will be world map in comparison to the Kingmaker? Will it be bigger? Will encounters in locations be different? What about unique random encounters in comparison to the Kingmaker?
Well, the locations really look different.
Yep.
Starting with there are big cities
Yeah.
and even fortresses.
Yeah. I'm just like, yeah, man.
Yes.
Right
Yes.
from
Yep.
the start. In Kingmaker, there are such big cities.
Like your barony, like your city center. It's not that big. It wasn't
But
that
no,
big.
capital
but
is
nobody
just one
was
location.
trying to like burn it down all the time.
Like
so
the demons, just like, come on, guys,
Yeah.
we need this area.
right from the start.
Right,
like, yeah.
from the start, you are in Kenabris, and you're like your big map, the general one, which the same, quite the same as the Stolen Lands map. It's a map of city.
Yeah.
Not a whole lands, but the city.
It's big. Был вопрос, I will answer it in Russian, then in English. Получат ли паладины своего маунта? Да, у паладинов появится маунт. So there was a question whether the paladins will get their mount. Yes, paladins will get their mount. Basically, that's it. How many new gods will be added? I'm not sure. We're going to add some, but not too much. That's it. I'm just like, I'm the short answer girl. Just like, yes, no,
Nope.
not going to happen.
Imagine the stream. Nope. Won't.
Yep. Yes.
Yes.
No.
Nope.
Yep.
Even not reading out loud the questions.
Then you just like, and then you try to guess which one was that.
And you need subtitles.
Yeah,
subtitles.
that's a good
with-
like drinking game or
Yeah,
something.
So random.
Question about Crusades. What kind of rituals will there be, and will they be split between non-combat and combat rituals? So all the rituals that your army leaders will use will be in combat. So like Scorching Rays and all this stuff, but there won't be any like non-combat spells like Create Water, because there are not that many uses for it. As for non-combat rituals, well, I mean the ones that you can use on the global map, there will be some rituals that your main character will use, and they will be based on your mythic, at least how it is working right now.
Oh,
Well,
that's a good
you're
question.
reading about Pirax was big and Brevoy was big, but I think nothing of them will be compared to Dresden.
Yeah.
And Dresden
Yeah,
is
Dresden
such
is
an
very big.
interesting and big location that we are now making a whole
Nothing is
video
confirmed.
about it. That would be really interesting.
There's a question for you probably. Will there be a better version for early access, or should I still buy the alpha version? Don Stefan 123.
Yes, there will be better. It will be better.
We hope.
Well, basically, we're now at the alpha version stage 2, and we will soon end gathering the feedback, because we're already processing it. And somewhere in winter, somewhere at the start of the new next year, probably it will be January
Generally January.
or February.
January, better will be better. I'm sorry, guys.
Somewhere in January or February, there will be beta testing, and you need to buy an early access tier or higher to have an access.
Yes, and for that you don't really need for that you don't have to have alpha access.
Yes,
It's like
you
separate
add
stuff.
whole different things. Starting with to have alpha, you needed to buy an add-on, and beta is not sold as an add-on. It's only within tiers. Tiers. I'm
Tears.
so
Let's
bad.
cry together,
I'm
guys.
so bad. Did I answer the question or not?
I think yes, but there is another question in Russian.
which
То есть
one?
покупая альфу, я не покупаю игру, так? Да.
Нет, подожди.
Подожди, покупай альфу.
Игру покупаешь, потому что ты
да?
не можешь купить альфу. Это альфа-аддон.
Сверху.
У тебя должен быть там, это называется тиры на Кикстартере, поэтому мы английское слово используем. Тебе нужен какой-то из вариантов паков, которые мы предлагаем на сайте преордера, и любой из них будет включать игру, абсолютно любой. Они все, ну, кроме там тех, кто поддерживал на Кикстартере на $1,
Которые ничего не включают,
наверное,
по
да,
факту.
там нету ничего. А так любой тир, в нем есть как минимум наша игра. И всякие другие дополнительные плюшки. Кроме этого, ты мог там альфу приобрести доступ как аддон, как дополнительную штуку.
Но бета тебе выдается только если у тебя есть early access.
Бета, да, вот мы недавно изменили, но правило, раньше бета включена была только в набор, который называется Early Access. Теперь мы буквально вчера объявили, она есть в Early Access и во всех тирах выше, дороже $100, по которой, по-моему.
Да, действительно отвечает на ваш вопрос.
Она теперь во всех них есть, да. То есть, да, если у тебя есть аддон альфа, это не значит, что у тебя есть бета. А теперь, как я
то же
переведу,
самое на
все то же
английский.
самое.
I
Может
think
быть,
you've
ты
just answered that. Like it was first English, then Russian.
Please
version.
remember, it's my big pain because I have to answer this
On daily basis.
on daily basis. If you have alpha, that doesn't mean you have beta. But it will be better soon. And
It
if
will
you
be better soon.
if you have an early access tier or higher than $100, I think, it will now include beta access.
Yes.
I see 2 questions
I'm
about
so-
Yes.
Crusades.
Please take your lead on that.
Crusade question!
Okay, so how will the combat work? More specifically, I would like to know if units fighting in melee range would strike each other at the same time. Heroes for style of counterattacks or one after another. So actually, by default, there won't be any counterattacks at all. So like basic infantry units won't be able to counterattack, but some units and some of the leader abilities will allow them to counterattack. And I believe right now it is working like one after another. So at first you attack and then you counterattack. If your counterattack is not like super cool and you counterattack before the attack, but that's
Super hot.
yeah, it's another story.
Did you answer? I'm sorry.
You mean the next one? No.
Yeah, no, this one.
Will the
I would just wanted some other.
yeah, sure.
Yeah, please.
Just
Go
not
on.
interrupting you.
No, we.
Okay.
Let's fight.
Now I have something for a thumbnail. There was a couple of other questions about beta and alpha and so on. So yes. First of all, yes. We didn't allow. We asked our alpha players not to spread and somehow publish video content or stream the game while it was the alpha stage, because basically this was way too unfinished product, and we don't want to mislead all other people who like didn't play it and so on. But yes, most probably well, nearly 100%. When it's going to be beta, we will allow that. You will be able to see the gameplay. We ourselves will be streaming, and we will allow to stream for other people. And
Not all chapters, so yes.
I don't know actually.
There might be some
maybe not all
limitations.
of this. There may be some limitations, but well, I think that's already a nice news.
It is, it is.
I'm personally waiting so much when we will be able to stream it.
Yeah, stop like
Definitely.
showing.
Because
Our
I'm like
faces.
stuck in the game for hours. And I wanted to just read out loud what Strategy Gemini said in the chat. For people who maybe didn't know about it, we really sometimes make little contests during streams, and sometimes we give out beta accesses. So yeah, stay tuned. We will definitely do this more. There are some trivias, some tricky questions, and that's fun.
That's
it.
Community management.
Yes.
Tricky questions.
You have to fight for your beta access, basically.
She's
Better,
not joking.
better access battle royale.
Battle Access Royale.
Yes. Okay, let's.
Draw your access for beta access.
Oh, actually, there were a question about opportunity attacks in the tactical combat, and right now there is no such thing, because most of the time you are just stuck in combat with other enemy unit, because like in Pathfinder you can just walk through somebody else, but in tactical combat they will like occupy the cell that they are standing on, so it's not that easy to go through them, so there is no big need for opportunity attack.
Okay, there was a question on items. Question about items. Will there be a golden tablet item that reduces your perception check rolls but increases your knowledge check rolls? At the moment, I don't think we have. We definitely don't have golden tablet item, and I don't think we even have anything similar to that. But let me write it down. I will look at it and I will think whether it is worth.
It's like I'm
Right.
joking.
Wait,
I'm not
it
mocking
will be
you.
worth it to add this item into the game. Sorry, I'm just like just like look at your phone and read my question again. Just like okay. I hate you. The episode.
Will there be
Oh, golden tablet item. Okay, I think okay. That was a good stuff.
It's not golden.
It's not golden, but
It's yellow.
But it is on this.
That was a good question. I liked it. Just like. Yeah, that was a good one.
It
So
definitely reduced your perception check roll.
I was just answering it with 100% seriously, just like maybe there is an item in Pathfinder like which is called golden tablet, and it indeed reduces your perception.
But this way
Golden
I'm
toad.
not sure if it really like increases your knowledge checks, because like
Well, I googled for this Oculus of Vordakai, so we definitely.
Oculus Rift of Vordakai?
Yep, it's Oculus. Just like it's Google. Google helps us. Oh my god, that was a good trick. Let's say. Do you want to choose? Okay, there is item question. Sir, can you tell us about any cool items you've made for this game? Was the coolest one? Standard
That's-
dagger, the coolest one.
what? What?
Why?
I'm just joking.
Because knock knock. Will
I don't know. Just like there's a lot of items. Lots of them are cool. As I said on some of my previous stream, the funny thing is usually when you create an item and you think, well, that's an okay item. It can be used. It's nice. And then in the chats you see like, oh my gosh, there are whole builds that use this item. You just didn't expect that it will be that useful, and I was just like, exactly, Scanix. And this size is the thing that I keep reading in the alpha chat. I'm just like, I didn't know that I've created an item.
Something that big.
Yes, something that useful. And just like, shit.
It's just our community being awesome.
And I'm just like, yes, the community is something that
Thinking of such things.
exactly, it's more the community that makes item even more powerful, even more interesting. Because for me, it was just like, okay, just some kind of usual size that you add some enchantments. Yes, it is nice, but nothing that nice.
I believe it's like a challenge for the player. Like, can I really break the game with this?
I think that's maybe one of the favorite games for players
Yeah.
to break
Yeah,
the game.
for
Yes.
sure.
The Black Fang, I think it's in Act 2, like the longsword, is the most popular item, and that's why, as you can see, as in real world, the price for this item, because of demand, had increased. If you played Alpha 1 and Alpha 2, you probably can see that.
Really?
Is
This how it works?
That's how it works. If you like something, we're just like, there is a lot of demand, guys, we want all your money, in game and in real life. I'm just like, just shut her up.
Okay, so I see
Okay,
some
Dwarven or Gush.
yeah,
Okay, got it.
Crusade questions.
Let's do the Crusade.
Yeah. Will you be able to divide your units, for example, to place single units melee square around your ranged squares to protect them? Well, there will be some management for sure, but I'm not sure that you will be able to put some units around your ranged units just at the beginning of the combat. I think it's still some of the questions that we are thinking about. So probably not, but we'll see how it goes. And actually, it's one of the things in which you can help us by sending the feedback on the tactical combats and, well, on the game as well. So, Crusade question: will Spearmen attack to 2 squares like Heroes of Might and Magic 4? Did they attack in 2 squares? Oh yeah, they did, and they did have like a counterattack. No, in Pathfinder they will have an increased attack against bigger units. So against units that acquire more than 1 square. Well, at least for now.
And there is a question, and I remember it was even several questions or posts ago regarding the attack of opportunities for army units.
Yeah, well, I said that because of the field structure, it's not that easy to go through. Yeah, well, basically you can't like go through another unit, even if it's an ally unit. At least right now, so there won't be any attack of opportunities there.
Okay, hopefully that's okay. Will there be any units centered around prestige classes such as Tower Shield Specialist or Mythic Soldiers? Tower Shield Specialist is not a prestige class, isn't it? It's an archetype.
Well,
I think.
actually, there will be some units. I'm not sure if they are based on prestige classes, but
I think Helmet Signifier, something like that. So we have a lot of prestige classes.
well,
Maybe some units will be.
there will be, yeah, most likely, but well, we don't have any, or do we? I'm not sure.
And that's the question that we ask ourselves each day. We don't have, or do we? We can't do, or can we?
Yeah, I think that there will be some units that will like work like that, but I think that they will be on the higher rank, so a little bit later in the game.
Will we be able to fly in Crusade mode, and will there be flying mounts? Let's merge these two questions. Will we be able to fly in
And you're like,
Crusade
no.
mode?
Well,
I think no. Yes, basically.
well, we don't, but there will be like flies that will go to your archers and try to eat them and all
some
the
flying
all the
demons.
good
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, teleporting demons, flying demons. Your archers
But
will
not wait.
probably die.
And I think there are not going to be any flying mounts.
This all reminds me how we were playing Wrath of the Righteous before the development. Like,
I like that.
the
Sorry, I
tabletop.
like that from strategy. I mean, they get to fly, you don't. Yes, exactly. You are born to suffer.
Sadistic games there.
Yes. Sadistic
And
games
so I at the start of our game there was a thing in the original AP when like at the start you find a scale of the dragon what was her name, the defender
Oh
of
yes,
Canabris.
yes. Defend of Canabris.
I'm
forget.
sorry,
Uh,
I remember. I don't remember her name, but you definitely will write it in to the chat. So you find her skill. Each of the players in the team finds a skill, and then throw some dices and have some interesting abilities or things like that. Random.
Turn to left.
Yes.
Yeah. Randomly.
Gala is always.
And I had and I rolled a very nice thing. I don't remember its technical mechanical name,
Mhm.
but you like can fly up in the air.
Oh yes,
Not
yes. I know.
flying straight, but
But
like
just
like
sort
in
of.
the lift.
Like airborne.
That was really nice and useful, and because we needed to suffer against the flying enemies, our
Suffer.
our dungeon master started nerfing it. one each game. I always thought of some interesting things. How can I use it? And he constantly nerfed it.
Okay, there's the question in Russian. I will answer it in Russian first and then in English. Будет ли Технолига досаждать нам в Язве? Получим ли мы в армию отряд киборгов и Думгая прямиком из самой Номинерии? Насколько я знаю, Технолига в Аврасе не появляется. Возможно, она появляется, но в любом случае не сказать, что как прям активный элемент основного сюжета.
Ну, на Kingmaker.
Да, и в армию отряд киборгов и
киборгов
Думгая у
нет,
нас
там
не будет.
самое близкое это, наверное, големы.
Да, ну типа, но именно из Номинерии ничего из Технолига связанного прям в Crusade не будет. So there was a question if the Technoleague will be bothering us again in the World Wound, and whether we will be able to hire the cyborgs and Doom guy directly from the Numenaria
And Robocop.
and Robocop. And basically the short answer, no.
Just like always. So at first you talk like for 5 minutes in Russian and
Yes,
then like
in English, just
and
like
in English no.
I'm not sure whether we have some mentions of Technoleague in the plot, in the story, but it will not be definitely an important agent, let's say, as a story agent. And as far as I know, in the army, we're not going to have any cyborgs or Doom guys. Will we be asked to sell companions to Technoleague again? Strategema, just for you. You only will be asked to sell all your companions to me, and I will be the representation of Technoleague.
Sell all your money to her.
Not money, I just need companions. I
All-
want to get
all-
my Regengar.
All your companions are belong
He's
to us.
there,
Yes.
standing near.
Okay.
So maybe some questions from backlog.
Yep. Let's go for the questions from backlog.
Let's take this one. Will I be able to make a sacred shield paladin order of the shield cavalier?
Got to be my favorite combo for
tanking.
tanking. No, I think we don't have. We're not going to have a paladin archetype sacred shield. Regarding the cavalier, I don't remember all the orders. There might be order of shield, but as I said, you're not going to have your paladin sacred shield. So, sorry, no.
Well, actually, there is a good
Oh.
question that we didn't address already.
Let's do it.
How will the higher difficulties be handled? Will it be like in Pathfinder Kingmaker with stats or extra enemies and more skill for them? So the thing is that right now we are working on like finishing the game, and after we do that, we will start tweaking the difficulties,
Polishing.
polishing and all the good stuff. And I believe that right now our plan is to have sort of the same system, but we are still discussing this thing. So like send us your feedback and like say what you wanna see there.
Yep. Basically, yep. There's a question. It's more like to both of us. Crusade question. Those items acquired via Crusade army, is there a chance that they have to be transported back to the camp? The teleportation seems to be odd there. And would there be a chance that demons try to recapture them with transported by army? No.
It sounds like a cool event, but no.
But no, I think you immediately get all these relics, let's say, in your inventory as a main character.
But you will have to do something with them in order to like get the item itself that you can use.
Yes, so I think no, but it really sounds like good.
Oh, they actually asked an answer.
Yes.
So with sadistic game
Yes,
design, now we have to come up with a
With
question that will be answered by
With the sadistic, any questions, just like, with the sadistic game design? Yes. On that note, what kind of fast travels will we have? Kingmaker was so much more user friendly once we had teleport.
We just discussed it today.
Let's say we will see. No promises, nothing. There might be some changes, there might be none, so you will have to suffer as per game sadistic design. You went one way. It's like me going to the grocery shop. I have to go one way and backward, another, back to home, even heavier. It's like going to an area, looting there, and then you go back home with all your grocery pockets, like all this shopping bags, just like
so you are just comparing all the like heroic things that we do with going to the grocery store.
Yes, definitely. Just like I don't like to go to grocery store.
Sure, why not? Such a Russian.
Exactly. You just go. Any chance better keys will be handled out today that will go to me? I really don't want to pay $135 to be able to get it. Not today, but there are chance that there will be more questionnaires, quizzes to win better. So keep. Am I just like I'm going to tell one word and then just like my brain just freezes just like for several seconds, just like it's like Unity is just trying to.
That's Friday for you.
It's Friday for me, just like I'm trying to process.
Question about Crusade. Will the
Yes.
enemy armies be able to ambush us and get a surprise round this way? Actually, that's a good question. And the thing is that most of the time you will attack enemy armies. But sometime if they are coming at you, you will be on the defender's side. And the thing is, there will be some, let's say, abilities that will help you not to die the first round of the attack.
Try to survive, basically. Just like talking about sadistic Russian game design. Why is it Russian? Just sadistic game design. Sorry, I was just reading about this. That's such a Russian analogy. Sorry. Oh my gosh. Yes, it's Friday evening. I'm just buffering. Let's. Okay, proceed on my question.
Will there be differentiation in units action, swift, free, standard, etc.? Actually, I believe no. There will be like an action that you can take, and it's either move and attack, or just attack, or use an active ability if your units really have one. And of course, you can hold or like defend.
Another question, I think, from the man at Arm 3.
Oh yeah. How will resources work? Will we capture things that give resources like in Heroes of Might and Magic? First of all, you will be able to maintain and create an economy by getting more
try
buildings.
to maintain and build an economy. I'm joking.
Yeah, well, actually, it works this way. Sadistic German interface. Whoa. Sorry. Yeah. Sorry. With that, you will be able to have an income of some sorts, and by defeating enemy armies, you will be able to get some resources. Just like that. Just like you get some loot in the game, and sometimes you will capture like points of interest that will provide a steady flow of resources to you. You can compare it if you want with Heroes of Might and Magic. It's pretty similar.
Similar?
Now
it's your turn to start buffering.
Similar. Yeah.
So there is a question from Ethereal. Question about items. Any Easter eggs you've implemented so far? For example, description of an item saying that the one who made was always blamed for everything. Sadly, no. First, we have to finish with our, let's say, core items to make sure that everyone have their elven curved blade, great axe, great sword, guys, dueling sword. You see, I do listen. And then we will be able to think about implementing any Easter eggs item.
Are you planning to make a teaser trailer dedicated to the tactical battles anytime soon? Not soon, I believe.
One day,
probably. One day probably, but not.
Dvorval Nogosh as well. Sorry, I just had to mention. Yes.
Blade of blade.
That's how we just lost people. Just like, will any new weapon tabs be added? No. Let's skip all the talk before and after. The main point is no.
Special weapons for dual wielding.
Special weapons for dual wielding. Like, yes, they're going to be special. They are going to be some set, let's say, of items that are very good for dual wielding. But I think they will be found later in the chapter, and it will be not like dozens of them, but you will be able to find something. Will there be any more belts? Item like pets, more belt item pets like Ember and Head Chomper? Ember? Isn't Ember a companion? I'm sorry. Strategy Germany. What the hell are you asking? Head Chomper, I think, was a belt item pet. Oh, Ember was a red panda in Kingmaker. True. No. I don't know, honestly. Yes, they're going to be. Okay. I know the answer. Yes, they're going to be. Давай. Можно ли использовать магию на глобальной карте, типа развести, как в героях?
Что? Кого развести?
У меня просто зрение плохое. Разведки в героях.
Так. Да, можно.
I'm sorry.
So will you be able to use magic on the global map like I forgot how
Rituals.
No, the ritual, the word for, oh god.
Скажи по-русски.
No.
No, he's just like.
I'm just. What was that?
Scout, yes. Occultist is helping you. Scouting.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you, Occultist.
Yeah, so what
Можно ли использовать магию на глобальной карте? Типа разведки, не развести, а разведка. тут моя душа торгаша, просто типа сказала, что давай кого-нибудь разведем просто на баблосики. Извините.
So you have to understand that it's been a long day.
It was a very long day and a lot of discussions.
Okay, so yeah, you will be able to use some rituals, but moreover, I sure hope so that we will implement this feature to have some kind of scouting.
Scouting. Sorry, guys. It's just like Lisa. Lisa went away.
Scouting.
Scouting, yes. Like Boy Scout.
No, but maybe. Do we even need to answer the question anymore?
I'm sorry. Just not answering yes and no,
Okay.
and that's how you know. Just like, yes, Gal, it's counting and scamming. That's the best.
Scouting and so that's what it's all about.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Let's just like answer one question from our backlog because
Let's try.
It's not
We
that
prepared.
Yeah,
We are prepared.
We really read them, so yeah, there won't be any like.
Let's choose the easy one, please.
Easy one.
Yes.
Okay, so which one?
The first one.
The first one.
Yes.
How do you choose which archetype make it in the game?
Yes, that's an easy actually question. So basically,
We have like darts and we throw it
Yes,
at
we
the
just-
wall.
we're just randomized stuff, guys. Whatever. So there's a question: how do you choose which archetype makes it in the game? And basically, we consider two stuff. First of all, that it makes sense in the game, like in the computer game, because obviously there is a huge difference between the computer RPG game and the tabletop RPG game, because you have much more creativity in the tabletop, obviously, and computer is still more fighting based. And the second part is that it will be, we can implement it basically. There are some limitations of the software, maybe even hardware and humanware, so we have to take it into consideration. And for instance, as you know, I mean, you sometimes play a new archetype and in rather of the rushes, and you tell us, oh, come on, some of his special features that made him special in the tabletop game doesn't work, or doesn't work that good as in comparison with other classes or the archetypes. We also have to take it into consideration. So yes, basically I will stop it here. Humanware. I'll let you decide, Ethereal. There is a question from Ethereal. Is it humanware or humanware catnip? And I said, I'll let him decide. There was an item in the rest of the rushes that I have created and came up with. So Ethereal. I don't know which one of them is more correct. Please. Strategemini, yes, exactly, that's what I'm doing. No, not the Cloak of Thousand Fleet Souls. How many companions will be able to recruit?
Is it a secret?
Is it a secret? More than 6.
I need to count.
Less than 100.
I may forgot someone. I think. Those people who play Alpha already, I think, know everyone.
No, I don't think so.
No,
Oh,
they do.
Okay.
Nenio was the last one, I think.
Cash.
But we haven't yet announced them. Like, not announced, make updates on them on Kickstarter. So I need to count them.
No, I think it was 11, as Gala said it. The question was more whether it's a secret or not, but it's not
No,
really
I
a secret.
I think not, but
I
yeah,
think it's 11.
we're keeping in
Oh,
mind.
yes, Gala said 12 was the last one, so
Yeah.
now.
Please
We're
add-
keeping in mind not everyone played Alpha, and we will make updates about them. But yeah, we
Yes, we will.
yes we will.
answer the question from Scans.
There
Yes.
actually, but it's not a question.
It's a
like,
comment.
yeah, please add autosaves after cinematics. That's very stressful to watch the long animation for 100 times and die again. That's
I
actually
think there was discussing
a good thing.
about
Yeah.
that.
We've discussed it this week. We're going to come up with something. And I think we're going to add some kind of aftersaves, but you always can send a report and say that we need an aftersave here.
There is an option to send a suggestion in the bug report instead of bug report.
Mm-hmm.
I really like two questions. First was oh my gosh, from Don Stefan 123, will there be a druid companion? And then there is addition from Ethereal. I think the better question is, will Catnip remember to add druid items? I will. It is the answer to the Ethereal. No, they will not is the answer to the Don Stefan 123. You see, I'm just keeping it short. Precise.
Weapon max stabby face. Who's that?
Mine's typing face. Weapon max stab face. I think. What? Oh, it's intelligent weapon.
Well, it's not the companion.
It is something in
Full-
between. It's
yeah, it's
something.
something in between.
How
An
many
item
romance
and
options
companion.
will we have?
Not
It's
enough,
definitely
as always.
what? It's definitely a spoiler, so
Yes.
you will have to find out.
Okay, there's a question about Crusades. How many resource types do you have implemented so far, and how many do you plan to add?
Resource types.
Player soul. I think we need to add the player soul and player money, like real life. I mean.
Well, so right now, in terms of resources, you have like finances, like resources, and favors. So free. And I'm not sure if we are going to add any more.
Anymore, yeah.
Yeah, but there is a moral as well, so you can kinda count it as a resource.
No, I think there is no druid companion.
No, there's no druid companion. How many additional classes or total number of archetypes will be in final game in comparison to Kingmaker? So basically, we add 3 more archetypes for each class that was already in Kingmaker. Then we've added new classes, like I don't remember how many of them, and 6 archetypes for each of them as well. And there will be race archetypes that we promised on the Kickstarter, and there will be some additional prestige classes, and there's like a lot. Basically a lot, guys. I don't know, probably you will have a lot of time playing with that. I don't know, I can't imagine actually. We are not going to remove any archetypes. Sub-schools, no, I think we're still with just, what about
No,
bloodlines and sub-schools? We're going just to have main schools, like, I think there are no changes there. Regarding the bloodlines, I don't remember any changes at the moment. It might be planned. And follow-up question about resources.
Yeah. Will there be any background? That will offer us a boost to one of the resources our crusade gets at the beginning. So in chapter 2, you will have like a sponsorship, and it will provide some boost to your resources.
But it's not about background of
Yeah,
the character.
but it's not like not like that. Will a noble background, for example, get used?
I don't think.
No.
Yeah, I think the main thing is when
Because
Yeah,
you
please.
you just not like rich enough to provide for a whole like army, because it's not about the money there. It's more about the resources that you need to right now. So you won't be able to like buy everything.
And there's another, so this is more like lore reasoning, and in terms of mechanic, you choose your background when you create a character, and you don't really get into like the full crusade until the act 3, so it will be very difficult to explain to a newcomer what each type of resource is and how you're going to implement. So there is some like the flow reasoning basically. And yes, regarding the anti-paladin, I wasn't on that discussion when we decided all the archetypes, but as far as I understand, the anti-paladin is not, well, he has a lot of power, but when you're fighting demons, it might not be that optimal. And I think it is a separate class. So when you add a class, you will need to add also, no, I think it's not a prestige class. I think it is a class. So if it is not a prestige class, you will have to add 6 archetypes for that. And it also takes a lot of time, and it's not really beneficial. But lore-wise, yes, of course, anti-paladin is a nice type of class.
There is a nice discussion about dragons.
Oh yes, dragons is always good. Will there be changes to the stealth system? Spell-wise, could you elaborate on that? Do you mean stealth system in the camp, stealth system in general? What exactly? Stargazer prestige class? No, as far as I know, we're not planning to add them, at least right now. Maybe in the future.
Will we be able to adopt Ember and live as a happy commander elf family?
It
She
would be
needs
very
some love
nice.
and parental care. Oh,
I don't know. It's more for our narrative team design.
sounds like
So she's now today, and right now she's just like now.
sounds like the
But
most
there is
secret ending.
really, really nice concept. Well, I don't know actually. I haven't read your companion
Okay.
quests, so
No, I don't know.
everything could be. But I don't think that after the all the things you go through as a commander on this crusade, there could be like really happy endings like the one you. Well, there may be different endings, but
There should be definitely a lot of happy endings. I'm going to be a leech, and I'm going to
be
Uh,
happy.
Yeah, but
conquer the whole planet.
yeah, happy ending is like
Everyone has their own definition of happy ending.
Well, yeah, I don't know about Ember for sure.
So there is a question regarding the assassin, and I do remember that we had a question regarding assassin prestige class in the
backlog.
backlog. Yes.
Yeah, what are Assassin's Plan changes for
Honestly,
Wrath of the Righteous?
I thought at the moment that it was more or less set and sealed. There might be some bugs, maybe even big bugs, but actually that's an interesting question because I see a lot of people asking about Assassin. So if you could elaborate, what exactly would you like to see in Assassin, and maybe don't see right now, it would be a good feedback. Okay, like sometimes my character is sneaking ahead to scout, and cutscene happens when he sees an enemy starting a fight. Oh, that's a good question for our probably level designers regarding how sneaking and cutscenes working together. Can't sure I can answer it right now. Yeah, there were some questions regarding items, and I was just like, it just goes too fast. How many factions will be in the game?
Factions.
What do you mean?
By factions?
Yes, in the Crusade. Okay, let me rephrase it for now. Are there going to be any factions in the Crusade? That will be like you will have to lean to one on another to.
Well, actually, well, let's put it that way. There will be some events in which you can choose either sides, but there won't be any like global. Well, there is no plans for like a global connection to any kind of faction, because right now you are fighting with like most evil thing that they can face, and it's not about being on one side or the other. Everybody understands that something has to be done with world wound, and well, in some cases you can do stuff that everything will become even worse. So um, I believe it's not about the factions here.
Oh, okay. There is a question from Ethereal. A lot of unique items in RPG tend to be done on good evil axis. Any items that are on the low chaos axis, like axiomatic swords and or chaotic axis? Any item that care about the neutral axis of the alignment specifically? There are definitely going to be some items that are on the low chaos axis, and honestly, we are like for all our Alpha 2 and Alpha 1 players, we're going to revisit the system of the alignment restriction for the items, so more items will have their alignment restriction in place, and yeah, we will have to think about it, but they're going to be definitely low chaos.
Please stop trying to do something with Ember. No.
No.
Do you mean the red panda from Kingmaker?
No, I think
No, they are trying to use her as a food supply. Please, no.
So there is out of context catnip. We are going to Yes, it's just like it's me. Thank you. I'm just like a random person. Will the magic weapon be okay? The magic weapon will be able to become a foul shard. Still use must to walk when. Okay, in Kingmaker, as I said, I hope we've improved the item progression from first chapter to the last chapter. And if you mean by magic weapon the intelligent item, yes, it will be able to become a foul shard. And there was a question previously whether it will have some kind of upgrades as you level up. There will be upgrades, but you will not be able to level up as a proper character. Strategy Germany, I have no idea at the moment. I'm just like, I want to die. Sorry. Will use magic device allow us to bypass class and race restrictions on items like it does in tabletop? I'm not sure. I don't remember how exactly use magic device works in Pathfinder Kingmaker. It definitely didn't change from the rest. Oh, in the rest of the Rushes, it didn't definitely change from the Kingmaker. Crusade.
How impactful will our decisions be on our armies? Yes.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's a good question. I like it.
Yeah, yes was the answer.
Yes. No.
So,
Yes.
well,
Okay, good.
you will start, as you can already see on the alpha, with base units like base archers and infantry, and all the other units that you will unlock will be based on your decisions, either by picking up your mythic or by ranking up and talking with your doing some events and talking with your advisors. So I'd say like 90% of what you are doing will be impacted by your choices.
Yeah.
Can our army turn cannibalistic if we are evil enough? I think I better not answer this question right now.
Will the intelligent weapon have an ego mechanic? And if so, what alignment will the weapon have? I don't think it will have an ego mechanic, at least at the moment. We haven't properly implemented the intelligent weapon, so we will see. So ethereal, it's not sleep, it's regenerative soul siphoning. It's a lich thing. Oh my god, I missed
There
that
was a
part.
question before
Was
for
there?
you. How,
No.
what was the last time you slept?
I said like several weeks ago, I don't sleep. I'm trying to become a lich. That's my goal. Lich bitch. Yes. Sorry. One day I will become, and I will consume all your souls and raise you as undead, as my undead minions. Mwahahaha.
Should I bring the Skiza to you back?
Skiza? Ah,
Skiza.
size.
Size?
Yes. Is it not here?
It's there.
Where? 1 second.
Near Regengar.
Okay, near Regengar. Okay, guys. I'm just trying. Okay.
And now you should say like next question.
Yes, please.
Next. Next.
Crusade question. If you're on Lich Pass,
Wait,
will
what?
there be option to raise skeletons? I think it was already.
These are yeah, it was something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, you will be able to have skeletons in your army.
You even can see it at the key art, actually. The evil key art. All the paladins on it
yes.
turn to skeletons.
Yes, indeed.
So yeah, the next question: will our decisions lock us out of certain units while allowing different ones? Well, they, for the most part, lock you out, but you still be able to get some of those units that you didn't choose to get a little bit later. But for the most part, it will be harder for you to get, say, paladins if you decided to hire somebody else.
Sorry. Will you?
Oh, you have something on your scythe.
Yes.
Is it like a
It's
warranty?
basically warranty. So basically, my artisan brought this magical size to me. However, in these troubling times, you need to have a warranty from
It
artisan.
says like children 5 and plus.
In this
Well, that's a rude world.
yes, awful, difficult world. Children starting from 5 can start collecting souls.
It's like prerequisite you have to have
Yes,
like level 5 to use.
basically, yes, it's almost like a prestige class. You just need to be 5.
Level 5, right?
And that's it. That's actually not much, if you think about it. Oh my god. Question about Lichdom planning catnip. Lichdom, sorry. Catnip as planning. Where do I petition for my undead type I wish to become? Nowhere, I decide. Will building be different than in Kingmaker? Oh, actually, that's a good question. Do you know if will building be different than in Kingmaker?
Well, there will be different buildings, but for the most part, the building mechanic will be pretty much the same. Yep.
That's it.
Well, that's longer than yes or no. So
So that's better.
We'll be able to rotate buildings.
Oh, that's a good question.
I'm not sure.
I don't think we've
I don't think
discussed
that
it even.
we
will see. You will see. Okay, this I beg you. Okay. Didn't you like to play Tetris? Sorry. Okay, I see even more people are begging for that.
by
For
the way,
rotating
Tetris
buildings.
is a Russian game.
Not for me turning them into undead, obviously. Rotating
who
buildings.
knows?
I'm joking. Archetype question. Will Arcanist Quick Start exploit be in the game? If so, how does it work? Good question. I like it. Very interesting.
Very good question.
Yes, blame it on
let's go to the next one.
I'm not sure about Arcanist Quick
Oh,
Study.
wow.
Oops, sorry, I'm just ruining no everything. I'm sorry, I can't answer it right now. You can ping me in Twitch or in Discord, and hopefully next week I will be able to answer that. Spell memorized for the change. Spell memorized for the day out. Guys, so who played Alpha 2 and played as Arcanist? Can you help us?
Please don't scratch me.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was turning this way, like my side. So it
Maybe
doesn't.
some more questions from the
You
list?
just started harvesting some souls.
I?
Oh,
Wait,
that's. I believe it's
I
control
think
minus.
how do I is basically the the description of our life. Just like how do I?
By the way, will buildings generally be more meaningful? I personally found that solving problems was much more impactful in Kingmaker. Well, we want to focus a little bit less on the whole buildings and like town management stuff in order to have more time for tactical combat. So there won't be that many time that you will spend doing building stuff.
Well, maybe we'll have like some final questions.
Oh,
and
yes, please.
And for today, I feel like we're
I think
pretty
we're just like
tired and
on
the chat
our,
is
we're just
tired.
drained, but
And you'll stop me soon, so
I'm just trying to become to build my Lich Dome kingdom, basically.
Okay, so
Yeah.
let's like answer one last question from our backlog and maybe some from the chat.
Yes, choose one.
maybe
Please,
even
good
a
one.
couple
Please,
or
good
three.
one.
There are
Uh,
many of them left.
Well, most of them were already answered.
Okay.
So, for example, there is a question about kingdom management.
Yes, let's do it.
But I already answered
Oh.
that.
Did you? Was it when I was away?
No, I mean right now about the management. Will the Crusade management be the same?
No, it was not.
Well,
So-
yeah. No, it will be a little bit less. Of,
I think people are interested in some details.
People are interested in details.
details.
Details? Did you want?
What
I thought we
details?
just was doing like yes and no
Yeah.
questionnaire, just like yes.
I
and
believe it's like the Owlcat dev stream, yes or no special.
I'm sorry. Wait,
That's
just
how
it's
it's
Friday evening,
spelled,
guys.
right?
It's Friday evening.
Do you still love us after we stuck Ember in the Pokeball? Did you do that? Well, I think we'll love you anyway.
Yeah, because
Who
there is a
am
question.
I
Do you
kidding?
had a good time this evening? We definitely had a great time. It is still.
Yeah.
It is just a good time.
we're just keeping getting tired for this hour.
Basically,
It always starts so nice.
yes.
and
Basically,
funny, and
we're
then
fatigued, and now we're exhausted. And
But
we're
now
just
it's
like-
but now it's even more funny, but for all the wrong reasons.
We will love
Yes.
you anyway. We always love you. You're amazing people.
Can you? Okay, I wanted to make a bad joke, so I'm not going to make a bad joke.
What is
But
your
no romance.
What is your
What's cool?
favorite cool thing about the
With-
Crusade
with
that
the
you didn't get
community.
to talk
Oh,
about?
okay.
Hmm.
You said that you didn't get
Cool
to.
things get to talk about. Hmm.
Check your list.
Hmm.
Maybe something.
Well,
that-
actually, there is like
like half of it.
100 things. Favorite cool thing. Let me think a little bit and
Yes.
yeah, just answer something else while I'm thinking. Favorite.
So you actually didn't answer any new questions from the backlog. You just
Yeah, you mentioned.
marked out one of them.
Let's pretend that we've answered that. Wait a second. I was thinking what was my favorite cool thing about Crusade. I don't have any. No.
Well, I'd say that.
Leaders. For me, it would be the army
Leaders.
leaders. I really like the idea of army leaders.
But we already talked about them.
Yeah,
and the
we've
question
talked about-
was, yeah.
You haven't talked about
Well, I guess for me it is that.
arcade scroll window. Sorry.
Well, for me, I guess it's the thing that. Well, it's not like a feature or some sort. It's more about, I'd say, design approach. That each of the units that you will acquire, well, maybe not for the base one, have some unique ability that together can be combined to create some kind of unstoppable army with some synergies and all this stuff. I believe it's like the most fun part, at least for me, while playing the Crusade. But I don't think that's counted as a feature or something like that.
I think that.
And now what?
No, that's it. Sorry, guys. And that's it. The pros are just like. Good
Okay,
night,
okay,
guys.
I'm kidding.
Dev Nap stream. We should do that.
I think yes. Let's one day we
Spot
will
it.
sit here.
What do you mean one day? Let's do it right now.
It would be
well,
weird.
we have a coach there.
Coach, like a fitness coach.
No.
Sadly, no.
Life coach.
Okay, okay. Let's
I'm sorry,
consider
guys.
that's it.
It was a tough week.
But
You can't
it was
imagine.
really interesting.
It was
I
fun.
guess.
At least, like, I don't know whether it was interesting for you guys, but it was fun.
Definitely, because I see there quite a lot of people were through the stream. Sorry for interrupting.
Can I farm all these souls that are watching?
Please don't.
Okay.
Yeah, that was easy.
That is it.
That was an easy negotiation.
As always, thank you for watching. Have a nice weekend, and please don't hesitate to throw at me in Discord some suggestions for streams, some themes that may be
Yes.
interesting for you, and so on and so forth. And maybe have an announcement. It's not 100% yet, but
Uh-oh.
Next week.
next week on the channel.
And that's it. Just next week. See you next week.
Maybe the next week we will have a special for Friday 13th, and maybe it will be a
Pathfinder homebrew one-shot game.
One shot where you mean you die in one shot?
No, when you drink one shot of alcohol, obviously.
It
That's-
will be
yeah.
a role-play tabletop game. I hope it will be, because we still need one
We need more
person.
people.
We need more people, players, but hopefully. So if you're interested in such kind of things, just
for
drop
better
by.
keys.
Well, we'll consider this.
Look at this. It's like a nice hat. It suits me. Almost.
Before you cut your head off,
Your pet.
you're having a nice hat. Yeah. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you,
for
guys.
being
Thank you.
with
We
us.
love you.
We love you.
Have
Bye.
a nice weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
No.
Sure?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Bye.
Bye.